Back at Radio Row here in Los Angeles ahead of Super Bowl 56. Hi again, everyone. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com and Cincinnati Bengals talk. And, well, he's at it again. Who? Well, the same man that doubted Joe Burrow and the Bengals in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs. And I understand it. You had to go into Arrowhead. You had to beat Patrick Mahomes. Well, he completely doubted him. You remember what Nick Wright said then? He's at it again, doubting the Bengals, and not just doubting the Bengals, not just saying that the Rams are going to win, saying that he would be utterly shocked if the Bengals win Super Bowl 56. I'm going to react to this, and I'm going to discuss it and explain why I don't buy it. But first, you need to hear what he said. Here's Nick Wright of Fox Sports 1 earlier today on First Things First.
I want to buy it. I've tried to be all week supportive of the Bengals. I have talked about how Joe Burrow can become the best quarterback alive with a Super Bowl win. And I've come to this conclusion, Broussard. The Bengals aren't very good. The Raiders played poorly and have a first and goal from the 9 to force overtime. The Titans played terribly and are driving to get into field goal range. The Chiefs are rolling them before I don't know what happened. A ghost came in and inhabited Patrick Mahomes' body. This is a Bengals team that lost to the Jets, that lost to the Bears, that got annihilated by the Browns, got annihilated by the Chargers, needed a last-second field goal to beat the Jags, needed a last-second touchdown to beat the Broncos. It's going to be a bloodbath. I do think this is a fluke. I don't think the Bengals have a chance. I don't think they're a very good team. I would be utterly and completely shocked if the Bengals were to win this game. And it's not because I think the Rams are world beaters. It's because I think the Bengals were a 10-7 team that probably should have been 9-8, and they're not that good.
The Bengals are a flawed team, no doubt about it. So I agree with Nick right there. They have their flaws, they have their weaknesses. But guess what? So do the Rams. The Rams secondary isn't good. Yes, even with Jalen Ramsey. Outside of Ramsey, who scares this Bengals wide receiver core? Who scares Joe Burrow? Yeah, they have the advantage in the trenches, no doubt. Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, and the list goes on because they're deep on the defensive line. No doubt about it. But the Bengals, big three at receiver, certainly has an edge. Joe Burrow certainly gives them an edge, I think, in the quarterback department, from a decision-making standpoint, from a pre-snap standpoint, from a just being cool, calm, and collected under pressure standpoint. And speaking of pressure, all of the pressure is on this team. But I told you this earlier this week, the vibe around Los Angeles has been the same, that the Rams are going to win. And, well, Nick Wright shares that same feeling, and it's quite wild to me that he was able to somehow discount the win over the Raiders, even though it really never felt like that the Bengals were in danger in that game ever. And despite not playing their best, they won. Then they go on the road, and again, despite not playing their best, they win. And then they go on the road again, and this time to Arrowhead, to Nick Wright's Chiefs. They play them in Kansas City and find a way to rally from a 21-3 deficit. Look, you can talk about Super Bowl runs and dismantle this team or that team or break it down this and that. I could look back at the Eagles Super Bowl and say, oh, well, if this didn't happen and this didn't happen and this didn't happen, I could say the same thing about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, my God, there's no way they should have gotten past the New Orleans Saints last year in the divisional round, a team that the Saints had beat twice. And the Saints were in control of that game, if you remember, and then there was a second-half turnover, and then it led to a spiral, and then, that's what happened, right? So to me, you can do that with any playoff run. I could do that with the Rams, to be honest with you. I think that Tampa Bay came out flat, and yet the Buccaneers rallied, and it was 27-27 before the Rams finally made a play. My point is, nothing would utterly shock me in this game. A blowout would be surprising on either end. But I'm expecting a good game, and a big reason why is because I think this Bengals defense can hang with the Rams offense. I think they're going to be able to stop Cam Akers in the Rams rushing attack. They like to run the ball. I think they're going to eliminate big plays downfield for Cooper Kupp and Van Jefferson and Odell Beckham Jr. That doesn't mean that there won't be a couple big plays. Of course there will be. It's a good offense, no doubt about it. But can they force turnovers? Yes, they've done it time and time and time again. So why would we doubt it now? So to me, don't buy into that national narrative. And I know it's just one man, and he's giving his opinion, and he's certainly entitled to that. Nothing will surprise me in this game more than a blowout, which to him, it's what he's expecting the Rams to roll. I don't see it. I think Joe Burrow, Brian Callahan, Zach Taylor, you give them 2 weeks, they're going to be able to find a way not to eliminate Aaron Donald or eliminate Von Miller, but combat that and move the ball down the field. And this offense, look, they've struggled. I mean, 26 points against the Raiders, had to settle for 4 field goals. 19 points against the Titans, had to settle for 4 field goals. 27 points against the Chargers, had to settle for 4 field goals. I get it. It's tough, right? But maybe this is the week where they get going. Maybe this is the Sunday where they push it. And if not, we've seen that the defense can keep them in games. So that's where I'm at. Official prediction will come on Friday, but by no means do I think that this is going to be a blowout. And maybe you want to go to Super Bowl 56. If so, there's still time to get to Los Angeles, and there's still time to get tickets with Ticket IQ. No fees with Ticket IQ. It's the place to go if you're trying to get tickets. I get it. It's last minute. There's just a couple days left. Ticket IQ, you're going to be able to go to the game, find awesome seats, whatever seats you want, and you're going to avoid the fees. The fees. I get it. It costs a lot to go to the Super Bowl any year. But the last thing you want to do is pay a certain amount and then have a bunch of fees on top. You're going to avoid all of that at Ticket IQ. So check them out right now, ticketiq.com. There's a link in the bio as well. And make sure that you use them. And right now you're going to get $150 off with promo code Rapien. So make sure you do that. You save a little bit of money and get to go to Super Bowl 56, where, again, the Bengals definitely have a chance. The Bengals, they've made it this far. Why not win the whole thing? I've said that all week. I've said that for the past 2 weeks. You might as well do it. So get to Ticket IQ, and make sure you check out all of our videos here from Radio Row. We've had a ton, also a lot as far as Bengals coverage is concerned. Allbengals.com, the Locked On Bengals podcast. So for our editor, Andrew Fox Miller, who dropped an awesome hype video that you need to watch if you haven't yet, earlier this week, I'm James Rapien, signing off for now from Radio Row in Los Angeles.